let's talk about what I actually bought during the Sephora sale. So I posted a video the other week about the Sephora sale, and I kind of talked myself out of a lot of the super hyped up items that everyone else has been talking about, a lot of the viral products, and I talked myself out of buying them and came up with reasons why I didn't necessarily need those items in my makeup collection. And over this past year with doing Project Pan and really focusing on like emptying products and just really finishing them up, I've tried to become also a better consumer at the same time. So all of these items I bought today, I have really spent a lot of time thinking about the value that they'll add to my collection. Are they products I've been wanting to try for a long time? So what I did for the past couple weeks and even months leading up to the sale is that I kind of curate my Sephora loves list to be exactly the products that I do want. And if maybe there is a product that I'm like, ooh, that kind of piques my interest, I'll add it to my loves list, but then I'll keep revisiting that over and over. And if I maybe like forgot about a product that I put in that list, that kind of tells me I probably didn't really need that product and it's not something that I necessarily really want. And pretty much I just made sure I had a reason as to why I was buying these products and not just buying it because it's a cute little mini or because it was in a holiday set or it's like a good value. Like all these products are genuinely things I have wanted to try and I think I will love. I did want to mention one thing I do for every Sephora sale is I use a cashback website. This is not sponsored, by the way. This is like genuinely what I do. So I like to use Top Cashback for my cashback, and like there's so many other sites like that. I know Rakuten is like one of the biggest ones out there, but what I do is I like use that site every time I do online purchases, whether it's at Sephora, Ulta, I even do it for like Old Navy, American Eagle, I shop there all the time, or even like Chewy for my dog stuff. So I use my Top Cashback when I'm shopping online there. And then what I like about Top Cashback is that you can get gift cards as your like payout. And so twice a year during these Sephora sales, I'll cash out my cash back in the form of a Sephora gift card. So every time there's a Sephora sale, I have some kind of gift card money to use that makes me feel like I'm getting even a bigger discount. But that's kind of how I manage through this sale. So if you want to check out Top Cashback, you totally can. It's one of my favorite sites to use. Again, not sponsored, but I did get, I think it was like $130 gift card from all of my purchases throughout the first half of the year to use on my Sephora items. All right, but let's dive into my purchases. So first I picked up the Glow Recipe Smooth Skin Dreams. Now this comes with a full size of the BHA AHA Salicylic Serum and then a mini size of the Blur Drops. So I have tried Glow Recipe before. I really did like their Plum Pump moisturizer, and I've heard a lot of people talking about these items, specifically the Blur Drops. Like these have been on my list for a while, but I never really bought them. And I feel like these Blur Drops get such mixed reviews. I know Kelly Gooch hates these Blur Drops, but I feel like there's other people I follow that do love them, so I wanted to try it myself. So I like that you get a mini of the Blur Drops. I used it twice now. I used it today before my foundation, and I do feel like it did blur my skin pretty nicely. I just kind of used it like right in my pores, right on my cheeks right here. I had no like pilling with my foundation or any makeup on top of it, so no issues so far. Just kind of like a little pore filling, smoothing primer is kind of how I'm using this. And like I said, the other product is the Salicylic Serum. So I do have acne prone skin, so I can always use a salicylic serum, especially with the BHAs and AHAs. I'm excited to try this because my skin has kind of been just like freaking out a little bit lately, so I would love to try a new salicylic serum. So I haven't tried this yet, but I will let you know my thoughts later on. I bought the Sephora Favorites Lash Stash to Go, which is one of the little mini mascara kits. So this is not for me. I buy this for my sister every single year for Christmas. So my sister is a teacher and she just wears very, very minimal makeup like concealer and mascara, but she has the most beautiful natural lashes ever. Like they are so freaking long. So she looks so good with just mascara. So I love to get her this. This set will last her like the whole year. So it's just fun to get it for her because you get 5 mini mascaras in this. I think it's a great deal. So I knew I was going to buy this for her either way. So I love that I could get it at a 20% discount. So next I got the Huda Beauty Pretty Grunge palette. I knew I was going to buy this. I tend to always buy Huda Beauty's larger palettes just because I like doing tutorials with them and I know that you guys really like them too. Those videos tend to do really well on my channels. So this palette was leaked earlier this year, and like I said, I knew I was going to buy it. People were talking about it, and once I saw the color story, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna love this. So I did already film a video with it, which will be up tomorrow. This is just a beautiful color story if you like to do kind of smokier, grungier looks. You do have some neutrals up here, but also some kind of cool toned like taupey shades, and then the shimmers are just stunning in this palette. Like I said, I have a video going up tomorrow if you want to see a tutorial with it, so stay tuned for that. Next, this is not exciting at all, but I did buy my favorite lash glue. Again, if I can get it at a discount, I'm going to. I know I can get this at like a drugstore or like where I get my groceries at, that, but I always just like forget to get it. So it's just the Duo Brush On Lash Glue. It's the clear one with the little green packaging. This has been my favorite lash glue for years and years, and I needed a restock. Very simple. Another kind of repurchase and restock is the Ouai Scalp and Body Scrub in the Saint Bart scent. I just posted an empties video the other week and this product was in it, so I did finish up one of these completely, but this is actually like one of my boyfriend's favorite products to use in the shower. He loves the scrub and he talks about it all the time. The smell is just amazing. It is so tropical, but such like a bougie kind of tropical scent. The scrub itself is also a great formula. I like how it kind of foams up and lathers a little bit, which is different than other sugar scrubs I have used. And I like that you can use this on your body and your scalp, so this was an easy repurchase for me. Another repurchase is one of my favorite acne cleansers ever, and it's just the Inkey List Salicylic Acid Cleanser. So Inkey List is pretty inexpensive in general, but again, with a 20% discount, I'm gonna stock up. I wanna say this is now my third bottle of this, and I just like to use this every morning in the shower to wash my face. I really feel like it does help with my acne and breakouts. And I did just run out of the acne cleanser I was using, so this was a perfect time to stock up on this. I got a hair set that I'm super excited about. This is by Day, and it's the Holiday Hair Styler set. Here there are two full-size products. I'm actually really excited to smell these because I've heard they smell amazing. But in this set you get the Cactus Fruit 3-in-1 Styling Cream and then the Agave Dry Heat and Hold Styling Mist. I have to smell this. Oh, that is so fruity. Oh my gosh. This smells like the inside of a Jamba Juice. So since I cut my hair short, I've been trying to play around with a bunch of different styling products and kind of just styling my hair different ways. And I've been using a lot of Bumble and Bumble products because I am doing a separate partnership with them. But I was like, I kind of want to try some more hair brands and just kind of experiment a little bit. And I have heard great things about Day. Back when I had my long curly hair, I did try a mini of one of their, I think it's like their wave spray, and I did like that. And so I just wanted to try some more from them. And then I was doing some research on the Sephora site under the hair category. I just kind of sorted it by best sellers because I was like, what are the hair bestsellers at Sephora? And I believe this styling cream was one of them. So if I could get it in a set, I thought this was perfect. I use a styling cream every time I style my hair, and you can use this on damp or dry hair. And then I'm excited about this heat protectant because the only heat protectant I have right now is the Bumble and Bumble one, the Invisible Oil Primer Spray, but that one can only be used on wet hair. So I wanted something that I could spray on my dry hair and then do like a little curls or something if I need to. So this one you can spray on dry hair for heat protectant. And it says it has a flexible hold, so I think I'm going to love these products. I'm excited to try them. I did purchase the little itty bitty mini of the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Blush in the shade Hope. Once I saw this launch on Sephora's website, I was like, I am pretty dang sure I'm going to buy this, and let me tell you why. So I have tried the Rare Beauty liquid blush formula before, and if you're not aware, this is like one of the most viral products right now on the internet. Like everyone talks about and loves these blushes, and I had one of these blushes, but it was in the red color. I think it's called Graceful or Grace or something. And I would try to use that blush in the formula I liked, but the color was like literally a bright red, and that just never looked good on my skin tone. And so I always knew I wanted to try another shade of a liquid blush. I just kind of like never went through with it. But once I saw they launched like a neutral shade in a mini, I was like, this is perfect. Also because this formula is so pigmented, you only need a tiny bit when you apply it. So I did do a little bit more research into this shade. I kind of looked at some swatches and I was like, yeah, this is definitely a shade I can see myself wearing. I did try it today for the first time, and I just think this little mini size is so adorable. And I was super happy with how my blush turned out today, so I'm very happy I bought this, and I think I'm gonna get so much use out of it. I also picked up the Sol de Janeiro Rio Deo deodorant. I am so excited about this. So I already knew that I love the scent from Sol de Janeiro. I've had the body cream of this one, I've had the body wash, and I have finished both of those. And I did also just finish one of their deodorants. It was in like the original like Boom Boom smell, the yellow packaging, and I really enjoyed that, and I didn't think I was going to like that deodorant so much. It kept me smelling good all day, and I would love when I would just get like little whiffs of it. So I think it's a pretty smelly deodorant, and like it does linger throughout the day, but I liked that about it. So once I saw that they had it in this scent, I knew I had to get it. So this scent is the Black Amber Plum and Vanilla Woods. It is just so good and so bougie smelling, so I put it on today. I love it. And like I said, I did just finish up that other Sol de Janeiro deodorant, and then I did just finish up like a Dove deodorant the other day too, so I was due for a new deodorant, so this was perfect. I also bought a new foundation. So let me talk to you about this really quick. So I have been self-tanning for like 10 years now. I remember I started doing it like my senior year of high school, and I would just always want to be self-tanned. I loved how I looked with the tan, and I would always do it. And so all of the foundations and concealers and bronzers and everything I buy would be for my tan shade. And then literally within the last like 2 months, something in my brain just like switched. I don't know what it was. All of a sudden, I just wanted to be my natural pale skin tone. And so I still self-tan here and there, but I'm definitely not doing it as frequently and consistently as I used to. So I've kind of been enjoying my pale skin and trying to learn how to kind of do my makeup again for this lighter skin tone. And the only light kind of foundation I had in my collection was the NYX Bear With Me concealer, and I'm already like halfway done with this, and I really, really love this, but I was like, I kind of want to get another foundation that matches my pale skin tone because everything else I have is for when I'm tan. So I bought the new Glossier Stretch Fluid Foundation. I saw a couple people talking about this and how they liked the formula. Specifically, I know Patty Alonso and Jamie Page liked it, and I tend to like their recommendations. And this foundation is a light to medium coverage with natural finish, which is typically what I like to go for, and people did say it was more hydrating, which is perfect for my more normal to dry skin. But here's what happened. So I went to Sephora with my sister, and like we all know the lighting in Sephora sucks. And I was like trying to swatch the foundations to see which one would look best on me. Also, like I never go in store, and it was just wild in there. So I ended up picking up the lightest shade they carry, which is Very Light 1, because I'm like, you know, I'm very light, and this one did have a neutral undertone, and I'm also still trying to like learn my natural undertone and stuff. I don't know, it's crazy. So I applied this the other day, and I loved how my skin looked, but it was just like half a shade to 1 shade too pale for me. So I was like, no big deal, I'll go back to Sephora. So I went to my closer Sephora, and I tried to exchange this for, I think it's Light 2, I think would be the next neutral shade up, but they didn't have it in stock. And I was like, well, shit. And I don't think I can exchange it online because I bought it in store, and I also bought it with that gift card like I was telling you guys about. So what I did today is I did like 2 pumps of this on my hand, and then I just did like a little itty bitty squeeze of a foundation that is like my self-tan shade just to deepen this up just a tad, and it turned out perfectly. So that is my foundation on my face today, and again, I really like how it looks. What I've learned about my pale skin is that I need a hydrating foundation, or else I feel like I can kind of see my dry patches. So I didn't really have any dry patch or flakiness issues with the foundation, but it kind of sucks a little bit because I feel like I can't fully try this formula or else I'm going to be too pale. But if I mix it with something else, I'm like mixing formulas a little bit. But I mean, I just needed something light enough to match my natural skin color, and I think this is pretty good. All right, I got 2 more products here. So like I just said, a lot of my products were more for my self-tan skin tone, especially my bronzers. So I needed a light bronzer in my collection now that I've been embracing my pale skin tone. So I was in Sephora and I was looking at all the brands, and I wanted to try a new bronzer that I haven't tried before. I almost bought the Hourglass one, but I was like, I have been trying to pan this one for so long that I just wanted to try something else. So I came across the Pat McGrath Labs bronzer, and I thought this was perfect because in her holiday collection, she had a face palette, and I almost bought it, but I talked myself out of it because I didn't think I would use all the shades in the face palette, but I have been really wanting to try her blush or bronzer formula. So I was like, you know what? I need a new bronzer. I need a light shade. Let me try the Pat McGrath one. So again, I just picked up the lightest shade. It's called Naked Desire. First of all, this packaging is just so beautiful how it comes together. And then the component itself just feels like nice and heavy, and it looks really good. So here is the color. I put it on today, and I think the color is perfect for me. So I'm just happy to have a lighter, paler bronzer in my collection that I can use when I want to embrace my natural skin tone. The last product I bought, I already threw the box away, but is the Makeup by Mario Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Serum. So I think I talked about a little lip set in my other Sephora video where I was talking myself out of products I wanted to buy. Because for holidays, he came out with a little lip set that had 2 minis of this one. But I was reading the reviews of that, and everyone was like, the size is terrible. Like it's more value just to buy a full size of a shade you'd like. And I have been really wanting to try this lip formula for a while. So I was like, I'm gonna go in the store, swatch them, and pick out the one I like. So the shade I got was Nude Glow. And I'm very, very happy with my shade selection. Now the formula itself kind of reminds me of the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plumps, where it's like when you twist up a little bit, let me swatch it and show you. And it is like a very creamy, I want to say goopy, but like it's not goopy in a bad way. Like you're gonna get a good amount of pigment and hydration from this product, and there is a little bit of tingling, but like it's nothing painful, nothing bad at all. But I'm like, I can feel a little bit of plumping in there and I like it. And again, this is a shade that I love to wear. I can see myself wearing this all the time, and you're probably gonna see it a lot in my upcoming videos. So that is everything that I bought during the Sephora sale, and I feel very happy about my purchases. I was actually revisiting what I bought during the last Sephora sale, and I could tell that a lot of those were impulse purchases because I ended up returning about 3 of the items. But all of these items I got, I was like, these are solid. I know I'm gonna love these and get so much use out of them. Let me know if you guys bought anything during the Sephora sale. I would love to know. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.